Welcome, dear friends, to a peaceful journey through 140 fascinating facts about Doctor Strange, the Sorcerer Supreme, whose mastery over the mystic arts has captivated hearts and minds across the multiverse. From his beginnings as a brilliant yet arrogant surgeon to his transformation into the protector of Earth's most dangerous magical secrets, tonight we'll explore the depths of his world. We'll trace the path of a man who, through great sacrifice and inner turmoil, discovered that the greatest power lies not in the spells he casts, but in the wisdom to seek balance. As you settle into a restful place, let the soft whispers of Doctor Strange's story surround you. Allow his journey through time, space, and the endless realms of possibility to guide you into a tranquil slumber. Fact 1. Dr. Stephen Strange was created by writer Stan Lee and artist Steve Ditko, making his first appearance in Strange Tales The Mutant 110 in 1963. Initially a brilliant and wealthy neurosurgeon, Strange's life took a tragic turn when a car accident left his hands severely damaged. Despite numerous medical attempts to heal him, none were successful. His desperation led him to seek out a mysterious healer in the East, where he eventually found himself studying the mystic arts under the Ancient One. It was here that he transformed from a man of science into the Sorcerer Supreme, protecting Earth from magical threats beyond comprehension. Fact 2. Strange's transformation into Doctor Strange was deeply influenced by the Eastern philosophies and spiritual practices, including Buddhism and Hinduism. The character's journey was not just one of physical healing, but also a spiritual awakening. As he studied under the Ancient One, Strange's understanding of the universe expanded beyond the physical realm. He learned that the mind could shape reality and that the mystical world could offer profound wisdom, healing, and power. This exploration of the mind-body connection continues to be a core theme throughout his stories. Fact 3. Doctor Strange's iconic costume, complete with the Eye of Agamotto and the Cloak of Levitation, was designed by artist Steve Ditko. The costume is not only symbolic, but also functional. The Cloak of Levitation, for instance, allows Strange to float and fly, a crucial tool in his magical arsenal. The Eye of Agamotto, worn around his neck, is one of the most powerful magical artifacts in the Marvel Universe. It has the ability to reveal hidden truths, including the power to neutralize evil forces, and is often used to uncover deceit and manipulations, aiding Strange in his quest for justice. Fact 4. One of Doctor Strange's most important lessons comes from the Ancient One, who teaches him that true mastery of the mystic arts is not about control, but about surrender. This lesson of humility is reflected in Strange's character development throughout the comics. Initially driven by ego and a need to be the best, he learns that being a master of the mystic arts requires letting go of the need to dominate, and instead embracing the flow of magic and the universe. This humility becomes central to his role as Sorcerer Supreme. Fact 5. Doctor Strange is not just a protector of Earth's mystical forces. He is also one of the most important members of the Avengers. His knowledge of magic and the multiverse makes him an invaluable ally, especially when the Avengers face threats that cannot be dealt with using physical force alone. Strange's wisdom, coupled with his formidable magical abilities, has saved the world on numerous occasions. However, his role in the team is often a reminder of the delicate balance between magic and science and the importance of understanding both realms. Fact 6. In addition to his adventures in the Marvel Comics universe, Doctor Strange plays a crucial role in the Marvel Cinematic Universe, MCU, first appearing in the 2016 Doctor Strange film. Portrayed by Benedict Cumberbatch, the character brought a new depth to the MCU, merging the mystical with the scientific. His debut marked the beginning of a new chapter in the MCU, as Doctor Strange would go on to become an essential figure in the larger narrative, especially in Avengers, Infinity War, and Avengers Endgame. His ability to manipulate time and space was vital to the Avengers' fight against Thanos. Fact 7. Strange's most iconic rival is Dormammu, a cosmic entity from the dark dimension. Dormammu is a being of immense power who desires to conquer the multiverse and bend it to his will. Their first encounter in the comics was a test of Strange's resolve and willpower, where he used not physical combat, but a war of wits to defeat the ancient entity. The encounter, known as one of the most memorable in Doctor Strange's history, highlights his intelligence and strategic thinking, emphasizing that magic is as much about the mind as it is about raw power. Fact 8. The Sanctum Sanctorum, located in the heart of New York City, serves as Doctor Strange's primary base of operations. This mystical mansion is a place of immense power, hiding secrets and arcane knowledge that most people could never fathom. It's also where Doctor Strange keeps his library of magical tomes and artifacts. The sanctum itself is protected by powerful spells and wards, and the architecture within is ever changing, a reflection of the mystical energies that permeate the space. The sanctum is as much a part of Doctor Strange as his cloak of levitation, offering him sanctuary, wisdom, and power. Fact 9. The multiverse is one of the most crucial aspects of Doctor Strange's existence. As Sorcerer Supreme, Strange has not only encountered multiple dimensions, but has also had to protect Earth from the dangers that lurk within them. The concept of the multiverse allows for infinite possibilities, with countless alternate realities and versions of reality existing simultaneously. Doctor Strange's role as protector of the Oos multiverse is one of great responsibility, as he must constantly battle threats that threaten to collapse the boundaries between these worlds, ensuring the stability of the universe. Fact 10. Doctor Strange's powers are vast, but they are not limitless. While he is one of the most powerful sorcerers in the Marvel Universe, he is not immune to the consequences of overextending his magical abilities. Strange's use of magic often comes at a personal cost, requiring him to maintain balance within himself and his powers. This vulnerability adds depth to his character, showing that even the most powerful beings must face limitations and the potential for failure. His ongoing struggle to balance his human side with his magical duties is a recurring theme in his stories. Fact 11. Doctor Strange's magic is rooted in the use of incantations, gestures, and the manipulation of mystical forces that bend reality. Unlike traditional superheroes who rely on physical strength or technology, Strange's power is often wielded through spoken words and deliberate movements. The complex nature of these spells reflects his deep understanding of the universe and his dedication to mastering every aspect of the mystic arts. The more Strange practices and learns, the more proficient he becomes at manipulating the forces of nature. But each spell carries its own unique challenge, and even the most skilled sorcerer is not immune to the unexpected consequences of magic. Fact 12. One of the most memorable and powerful aspects of Doctor Strange is his ability to manipulate time. Through his use of the Eye of Agamotto, he can peer into different moments across the timeline. While the eye is most commonly associated with revealing truths, it also holds the power to manipulate time itself. This includes reversing time, freezing it, or even glimpsing into alternate realities where different choices could have been made. His mastery of time is one of his greatest assets, but it also brings great responsibility, as tampering with time can have devastating consequences. Fact 13: Strange's relationship with his mentor, the Ancient One, is one of deep respect and admiration. The Ancient One was the first to show Strange the true potential of magic and opened his eyes to the vast, unseen world of the mystic arts. This relationship, however, was not without its complexities. Strange, once arrogant and driven by a need for control, had to let go of his ego to fully embrace the teachings of the Ancient One. In the comics, the Ancient One also serves as a guide, helping Strange navigate his own personal struggles and teaching him that true strength comes from humility and wisdom. Fact 14: The Dark Dimension is one of the most dangerous realms in the Marvel Universe, and Doctor Strange has had numerous encounters with its mysterious and malevolent ruler, Dormammu. Dormammu, an ancient and powerful entity, is a being of pure energy and one of the greatest threats to the cohesive multiverse. His desire to conquer all dimensions puts him in direct conflict with Strange, who is one of the few individuals powerful enough to challenge him. Their most famous encounter involved Doctor Strange outwitting Dormammu in a battle of wits, using a time loop to trap the entity in an endless cycle until it agreed to retreat. Fact 15: Doctor Strange's ally, Wong, is often depicted as both a mentor and a steadfast companion. Wong, who was originally introduced as Strange's servant in the comics, has evolved into a trusted confidant and warrior in his own right. A master of martial arts and a scholar of the mystic arts, Wong is one of the most knowledgeable and skilled individuals in the Marvel Universe. His loyalty to Doctor Strange is unwavering, and together they defend the Earth from magical threats. Wong's character has become an essential part of the Doctor Strange mythology, often offering guidance, support, and wisdom when Strange needs it most. Fact 16: The mirror dimension is a place where reality is distorted and altered, allowing Doctor Strange to battle mystical forces without causing damage to the real world. The mirror dimension is one of Strange's most frequently used tools, allowing him to fight enemies without endangering innocent bystanders or the physical realm. The dimension itself is a reflection of the real world, but it can be manipulated freely, offering Strange the ability to bend the laws of physics and reality without restraint. It's a place where Strange can exercise his full magical potential, but it also has its own dangers, as even the mirror version of reality can be unpredictable. Fact 17: In the comics, Doctor Strange has served as a key figure in several major Marvel events, including Infinity War and Secret Wars. His role in these events often sees him taking on the responsibility of protecting not just Earth, but the entire multiverse. Strange's knowledge of the mystical forces at play and his ability to see across dimensions makes him a valuable ally in the fight against overwhelming cosmic threats. His actions during these events showcase his commitment to the greater good, even at the cost of personal sacrifice. It is his sense of duty and wisdom that often makes him the voice of reason during moments of chaos. Fact 18. Doctor Strange's relationship with the Scarlet Witch, Wanda Maximoff, is a complex one. While the two have often worked together as part of the Avengers, their paths have diverged due to their contrasting approaches to magic and power. Wanda, whose powers stem from chaos magic, has struggled with control, whereas Doctor Strange's abilities are rooted in precision and discipline. Despite their differences, both characters have been instrumental in saving the multiverse on multiple occasions. Their relationship is marked by mutual respect, but also by the recognition that their different approaches to magic can sometimes put them at odds. Fact 19. The Book of Vishanti is one of the most sacred texts in the Marvel Universe, and Doctor Strange has had access to its teachings for much of his career. The book is a source of powerful spells and magical knowledge, often seen as a guiding force for those who seek to protect the universe from dark forces. The Vishanti, a triad of powerful cosmic beings, are the sources of the book's knowledge, and they have blessed Strange with their wisdom. The Book of Vishanti has played a crucial role in several of Strange's greatest victories, providing him with the knowledge to defeat powerful foes. Fact 20. Doctor Strange's role as Sorcerer Supreme is a burden that he often must bear alone. While he has allies in his fight against dark forces, the title of Sorcerer Supreme requires Strange to shoulder the responsibility for protecting the Earth from mystical threats. This burden is not only physical, but emotional, as Strange must constantly balance his duties as a hero with his personal desires and relationships. Over time, Strange has learned to accept the weight of his title, understanding that the sacrifices he makes are necessary to maintain the delicate balance between the magical and physical worlds. Fact 21. The Eye of Agamotto, one of Doctor Strange's most iconic artifacts, is a powerful tool that has the ability to reveal hidden truths and manipulate time. The eye has been used by Strange to expose lies, unravel mystical illusions, and even peer into the future. Its powers are not limitless, however, and using it too frequently can cause unpredictable consequences. The Eye of Agamotto is often considered a symbol of Strange's responsibility as Sorcerer Supreme, representing his role as a protector of the truth, even when it's difficult to face the reality that lies ahead. Fact 22. Doctor Strange's origin story has been revisited multiple times in various adaptations, but the core of his journey remains the same: a man driven by arrogance who must learn humility and compassion. His transformation from a proud, self centered neurosurgeon into a humble sorcerer who seeks to protect others is one of the most compelling character arcs in comic book history. This journey is not just about gaining magical abilities, but about changing one's heart and mind to better serve the world. Strange's personal growth mirrors his magical journey, as both require letting go of past ego and embracing a greater purpose. Fact 23. The concept of parallel universes and alternate dimensions is central to Doctor Strange's adventures. As Sorcerer Supreme, he frequently navigates these realms, encountering beings and forces that challenge the very fabric of reality. These alternate dimensions offer limitless possibilities and are often home to strange and powerful creatures. The ability to travel between these universes gives Strange a unique perspective on the world, allowing him to understand the interconnectedness of all things. His role as protector of this sort. Multiverse requires him to maintain a delicate balance between dimensions, ensuring that one world's chaos does not spill into another. Fact 24. Doctor Strange's connection to the astral plane is one of the most intriguing aspects of his powers. By projecting his astral form, Strange can leave his physical body behind and explore the spiritual realm. This ability allows him to interact with mystical entities and travel to distant locations without the limitations of the physical world. The astral plane is a realm of pure consciousness where Strange can communicate with ancient beings and seek guidance from the wisest of cosmic entities. This ability is also a double edged sword, as spending too much time in the astral plane can be disorienting and dangerous. Fact 25. The relationship between Doctor Strange and the villainous entity known as Mephisto is one of the most complicated in Marvel Comics. Mephisto, a demon lord from another dimension, often serves as a tempter, offering Strange dark powers in exchange for his soul. Though Strange has occasionally made bargains with Mephisto in his quest to protect the world, these deals always come at a cost. Strange's struggle with Mephisto represents his ongoing battle between the forces of light and dark, and his refusal to give in to temptation is a testament to his growth as a hero and protector. Fact 26. Doctor Strange has encountered numerous magical threats over the years, but few have been as formidable as the demon lord Dormammu. Dormammu, who rules the dark dimension, is one of the most powerful entities in the Marvel Universe, with the ability to warp reality itself. Strange's battles with Dormammu are legendary, and his first encounter with the entity was a test of both his magical abilities and his resolve. The most famous battle between them saw Strange use his cunning and intellect to trap Dormammu in a time loop, forcing the demon to retreat and sparing Earth from destruction. Fact 27. The magical energy Doctor Strange wields is not only sourced from the Earth's natural forces, but also from cosmic beings and otherworldly realms. Strange taps into these energies to perform feats of great power, such as summoning spells, casting protective shields, and manipulating the elements. His ability to channel such immense power comes from his deep understanding of the mystical forces that govern the universe. However, each spell he casts requires focus and discipline, and even a minor slip-up can have disastrous consequences. Strange's magic is a reflection of his personal growth. It is controlled, intentional, and guided by wisdom. Fact 28. Doctor Strange's character was greatly influenced by the works of mysticism and occult philosophy. Writers like Aleister Crowley, as well as Eastern spiritual traditions, played a significant role in shaping the mystic aspects of Strange's character. His powers, which blend mysticism with ancient wisdom, often explore themes of enlightenment, the nature of the self, and the pursuit of knowledge. Strange's use of magic is portrayed not as a way to dominate or control, but as a way to understand the deeper truths of existence. His journey mirrors that of many spiritual seekers, as he learns to transcend his ego and align himself with the greater cosmic order. Fact 29. While Doctor Strange is often portrayed as a solitary figure, his connections to other characters in the Marvel Universe are deep and meaningful. Strange has frequently worked alongside other superheroes, including the Avengers, Spider-Man, and the X-Men. His role as a magical advisor to these heroes often proves crucial in moments of cosmic crisis. Though his powers set him apart, Strange shares a deep bond with many of his fellow heroes, and his experiences with them have shaped his understanding of what it means to be a hero. His friendships and alliances highlight the importance of teamwork, even in the most magical of battles. Fact 30. Doctor Strange has also faced numerous crises within his own mind, especially when confronted with the limitations of his magical powers. These moments of self doubt and vulnerability have been a significant part of his character's journey. Despite his immense power, Strange has often struggled with the weight of his responsibilities. His constant battle to balance his personal desires with the greater good reflects the struggles that many people face in their own lives. In his moments of weakness, Doctor Strange's humanity shines through, reminding us that even the most powerful heroes are not immune to fear and uncertainty. Fact 31. Doctor Strange's ability to call upon the power of the Vishanti, three cosmic beings representing purity, protection, and wisdom, has been one of his greatest assets. The Vishanti provide Strange with guidance and strength in his darkest hours, offering spells and abilities beyond his own knowledge. These beings are revered in the mystical world and are often seen as the ultimate source of divine magic. Strange's connection to the Vishanti is not only one of power, but also one of deep spiritual trust, and their aid has allowed him to overcome some of the most impossible threats in the Marvel Universe. Fact 32. Doctor Strange's magical training is not solely confined to Kamar-Taj. Over the years, he has sought knowledge from many sources, including ancient tomes, cosmic beings, and other mystical mentors. His vast library of magical texts is a reflection of his relentless pursuit of knowledge. Strange constantly seeks to expand his understanding of the arcane, often going to great lengths to uncover forgotten rituals and spells. His willingness to learn, even when faced with ancient and dangerous magic, shows his deep respect for the powers he commands and the responsibility he bears as Sorcerer Supreme. Fact 33. Despite his formidable powers, Doctor Strange is not immune to the complexities and emotions of the human heart. His relationships with others, particularly with his love interest, Clea, have been a source of both joy and turmoil. Clea, a powerful sorceress from the dark dimension, shares a deep bond with Strange, both as a lover and as a fellow practitioner of magic. Their relationship is complicated by the fact that Clea's heritage is tied to Dormammu, but despite the tension this creates, their love remains a constant force in Strange's life. Their dynamic explores the balance between love, duty, and sacrifice. Fact 34. The concept of balance plays a significant role in Doctor Strange's life and work. As Sorcerer Supreme, Strange is tasked with maintaining the balance between the physical and magical realms, ensuring that neither side overpowers the other. This balance extends to his own life, where he must constantly reconcile his responsibilities as a hero with his desire for a peaceful, personal existence. The struggle to find equilibrium in a world of chaos is something that many of Strange's enemies, as well as his allies, fail to understand. Strange's wisdom lies not in his ability to wield power, but in his understanding of when to step back and allow balance to prevail. Fact 35. The cosmic event known as Infinity War had a profound impact on Doctor Strange, as it tested both his magical abilities and his mental fortitude. Strange played a pivotal role in the Avengers' battle against Thanos, recognizing early on that the fate of the universe rested on the choices made by the Avengers. One of his most significant actions was looking into over 14 million potential futures, finding only one where they could defeat Thanos. This moment of foresight, where Strange decided to sacrifice the Time Stone, marked a defining moment in his character's arc, proving that sometimes the greatest sacrifices lead to ultimate victory. Fact 36. Doctor Strange's journey is not just one of triumph, but of continuous struggle. His battle with his inner demons, particularly his fear of failure, is a constant theme in his stories. Though he may be powerful, Strange is often unsure of his own worthiness. His doubts arise from the immense responsibility he carries and his struggle to understand his place in the larger cosmic order. This vulnerability makes him a more relatable and human character, showing that even those who possess great power still struggle with their own personal battles. Fact 37. Doctor Strange is known for his ability to summon powerful mystical beings, including the Faltine, an ancient race of beings that exist outside the physical universe. The Faltine are often summoned by Strange when he needs to tap into immense magical power, as they are capable of manipulating reality on a cosmic scale. Strange's ability to call upon these beings speaks to the depth of his magical knowledge and his willingness to work with entities that are both dangerous and invaluable. However, using such powerful beings comes with great risk, as their motives are often unknown and they do not always align with Strange's desires. Fact 38. One of the most compelling aspects of Doctor Strange's character is his ongoing relationship with the concept of time. As Sorcerer Supreme, Strange has the ability to manipulate time, both in the present and across different realities. However, this ability comes with its own set of challenges. Time is not a simple force to be controlled. It is an unpredictable and volatile entity that can have unforeseen consequences. Strange's experiences with time travel and manipulation have taught him the value of patience and the importance of accepting that some things cannot be changed. His understanding of time goes beyond simple mechanics, touching on the philosophical implications of free will and fate. Fact 39. Doctor Strange's appearance in Avengers. Infinity War was a defining moment for both the character and the MCU. His role as a guardian of the Time Stone placed him in direct conflict with Thanos, who sought to collect all 6 Infinity Stones to bring about the universe's destruction. Strange's decision to give up the Time Stone to save Tony Stark's life was one of the most selfless acts in the film, revealing his understanding that the fate of the universe was intertwined with the survival of certain key individuals. His actions would later prove crucial in the battle against Thanos, demonstrating his wisdom and foresight. Fact 40. The Cloak of Levitation, one of Doctor Strange's most iconic tools, is not just a magical garment, but an extension of his will. The cloak allows Strange to float and fly, granting him a sense of freedom and mobility that most other superheroes do not possess. The cloak is also imbued with its own sentience, responding to Strange's commands and protecting him from harm when necessary. Over time, the cloak has become one of the most recognizable symbols of Doctor Strange, embodying both his mastery of magic and his unique connection to the forces of the universe. Fact 41. Doctor Strange's mastery of the mystic arts allows him to summon powerful artifacts, many of which are crucial to his defense against dark forces. One such artifact is the Book of the Vishanti, an ancient and sacred text that contains spells of great power and protection. The book is often used by Strange to counter dark forces and to protect the universe from magical threats. The teachings contained within it offer guidance on how to manipulate mystical energies with precision and intent, making it a vital resource in Strange's quest to maintain balance between magic and reality. Fact 42. Strange's struggles with his humanity are often a central theme in his stories. Despite being a powerful sorcerer capable of wielding vast magical energies, he still faces the limitations and flaws of being human. This is particularly evident in his relationships with others, including his conflicts with his love interests and fellow heroes. Unlike many of his peers in the Marvel Universe, Doctor Strange's battles are often as much internal as they are external. His desire to protect the world while grappling with the moral consequences of his actions reveals the complexity of his character. Fact 43. The multiverse, a vast collection of alternate realities and parallel universes, is a concept that Doctor Strange frequently encounters. As Sorcerer Supreme, Strange is one of the few individuals with the ability to travel between these alternate dimensions. His understanding of the multiverse allows him to intervene when different versions of reality collide or when the balance between worlds is threatened. Strange's mastery over the multiverse also grants him the ability to see infinite possibilities, giving him an advantage in preventing catastrophic events. However, the multiverse is an unstable and unpredictable place, requiring Strange to use extreme caution when navigating its realms. Fact 44. Doctor Strange's time as Sorcerer Supreme has taught him that not all battles can be won with magic alone. Some of the greatest challenges he faces involve complex moral and ethical decisions. Throughout his journey, Strange has learned the importance of humility, compassion, and selflessness. His powers may allow him to control the fabric of reality, but it is his wisdom and understanding of human nature that make him truly powerful. Strange's character development shows that mastery over magic is not enough. True strength lies in the ability to make difficult choices for the greater good. Fact 45. Throughout his adventures, Doctor Strange has often found himself in direct conflict with other magical entities who seek to disrupt the natural balance of the universe. One of his most formidable foes is the demon known as Shuma-Gorath, a powerful cosmic entity whose goal is to conquer Earth and spread chaos across dimensions. Shuma-Gorath's vast knowledge of dark magic and his ability to warp reality make him an incredibly dangerous adversary. Strange's encounters with this ancient being have tested his magical abilities and his resolve, proving that even the greatest sorcerers must confront forces beyond their control. Fact 46. Doctor Strange's connection to the cosmic forces extends beyond his magical abilities. He often interacts with celestial beings, such as the Living Tribunal, an entity that represents the cosmic order and serves as a judge of the multiverse. The Living Tribunal is one of the most powerful entities in the Marvel Universe, overseeing the balance of cosmic forces and ensuring that reality remains intact. Strange's interactions with the Tribunal and other cosmic beings highlight his role not just as a protector of Earth, but as a guardian of the universe's stability. Fact 47. Strange's mystical powers are often accompanied by a sense of responsibility that can be overwhelming. As Sorcerer Supreme, he is tasked with maintaining the balance between the realms ensuring that neither the physical nor the magical world falls into chaos. This immense responsibility often places Strange in situations where he must make sacrifices, including the loss of personal happiness. Strange's struggle to find peace while carrying the weight of the universe on his shoulders is a recurring theme in his stories, illustrating the cost of being a protector in a world filled with both magic and uncertainty. Fact 48. In addition to his knowledge of magic, Doctor Strange is a highly skilled strategist and tactician. His ability to think several steps ahead allows him to outmaneuver his enemies, even when they possess greater power. Strange's strategic mind is not just a product of his training, but also a reflection of his deep understanding of the universe's structure. He often uses his knowledge of mystical forces, alternate dimensions, and time to devise plans that others might consider impossible. This intellectual prowess, combined with his magical abilities, makes Strange a formidable opponent to anyone who threatens the balance of the multiverse. Fact 49. One of Doctor Strange's most profound teachings comes from his experience with the concept of sacrifice. So Strange has made countless personal sacrifices throughout his career as Sorcerer Supreme, often choosing the safety of others over his own well being. His most significant sacrifice occurred when he gave up the Time Stone to save Tony Stark's life in Avengers Infinity War. This act of selflessness highlighted Strange's growth as a character, showing that his role as a hero is not just about wielding power, but about making difficult choices for the greater good, even when the cost is personal. Fact 50. Doctor Strange's iconic look, with his cloak of levitation and eye of Agamotto, is not just a fashion statement, but a reflection of his connection to the mystic arts. These elements of his costume are deeply symbolic, representing his mastery over magic and his status as the Sorcerer Supreme. The Cloak of Levitation is not just a tool for flight, it has a sentient connection to Strange, often acting on its own to protect him in moments of danger. The Eye of Agamotto, as one of the most powerful magical artifacts, is a symbol of his role as the guardian of mystical knowledge and truth. Fact 51. Doctor Strange's magical training is not limited to the teachings of the Ancient One alone. Throughout his journey, Strange has encountered a variety of mystical teachers, each contributing to his development as the Sorcerer Supreme. One such mentor was the mystic known as the Old Man, who introduced Strange to the concept of soul travel and astral projection. Through these teachings, Strange learned to separate his spirit from his body, allowing him to explore other realms and interact with beings beyond the physical world. This ability has proven invaluable, especially when dealing with threats that cannot be fought with physical force alone. Fact. Number 52. While Doctor Strange is a master of many magical disciplines, one of his most unique skills is his ability to manipulate the fabric of reality itself. This skill, known as reality warping, allows Strange to alter the rules of physics and bend them to his will. This power is most often seen in his battles with powerful entities like Dormammu and Shumagorath, where Strange must manipulate reality to overcome seemingly insurmountable odds. However, reality warping is an immensely taxing ability, and Strange must be careful not to overextend himself, as it can have dangerous consequences for the fabric of the universe. Fact 53. The bond between Doctor Strange and his allies is one of mutual respect and understanding. Despite his solitary nature, Strange has formed close friendships with many of the heroes in the Marvel Universe. One of his closest allies is the powerful sorceress Clea, with whom he shares a deep, albeit complicated, connection. Clea, who hails from the Dark Dimension, has been both a lover and a fellow protector of the universe. Their relationship is built on shared experiences and a deep understanding of each other's magical abilities. Together, they have faced some of the most dangerous threats to the multiverse. Fact 54. Doctor Strange's time in the Marvel Cinematic Universe has allowed the character to explore new dimensions of his abilities and relationships. His introduction in Doctor Strange 2016 marked a significant shift in the MCU, incorporating mystical elements into the more scientifically grounded universe. Strange's interactions with other characters, particularly his mentoring of Spider Man and his role in the events of Avengers, Infinity War, and Avengers Endgame, have solidified his position as a key figure in the MCU. His journey has transformed him from a somewhat isolated figure into a leader among the Avengers, wielding both magic and wisdom in the fight against evil. Fact 55. One of the most important moments in Doctor Strange's history came during the Infinity War storyline, when he made the fateful decision to give up the Time Stone to Thanos in exchange for Tony Stark's life. This act of selflessness demonstrated Strange's growth as a hero, as he realized that sometimes the survival of one individual was essential to the success of the greater cause. Strange's decision was a pivotal moment in the fight against Thanos, and it showed that even with all his power, Strange understood the importance of sacrifice for the greater good of the universe. Fact 56. Strange's ongoing battle against evil forces often puts him at odds with cosmic beings who seek to manipulate the fabric of reality for their own purposes. One such enemy is the entity known as Dormammu, rulers of the Dark Dimension. Dormammu is an ancient and powerful being who desires to conquer the multiverse, and he sees Doctor Strange as one of the greatest obstacles to his ambitions. Strange's encounters with Dormammu have been some of the most epic in his history, with Strange using his intellect and magical prowess to outsmart the Demon Lord in order to protect Earth from destruction. Fact 57. Doctor Strange's powers extend beyond mere magic. He is also a master of mystic martial arts, having studied under various teachers throughout his life. Strange's combat skills are augmented by his magical abilities, allowing him to fight with both physical and magical force. He is particularly adept at using his magic in conjunction with his fighting techniques, making him an unpredictable and dangerous opponent. Strange's ability to blend physical combat with mystic spells allows him to hold his own against foes who are not easily defeated with magic alone. Fact 58. The Darkhold, also known as the Book of Sins, is one of the most dangerous magical artifacts in the Marvel Universe. This ancient text contains forbidden knowledge and spells that can corrupt the soul and destroy entire worlds. Doctor Strange has had several encounters with the Darkhold, often trying to prevent its dark magic from falling into the wrong hands. The book's influence is corrupting, and those who seek to use it often become ensnared by its power. Strange's efforts to protect the world from the Darkhold highlight his commitment to ensuring that dangerous magical artifacts are kept from the grasp of evil. Fact 59. The character of Doctor Strange is often seen as a symbol of the balance between intellect and emotion. While many superheroes rely on brute strength or advanced technology to overcome their enemies, Strange's greatest weapon is his mind. His ability to think strategically, assess the situation, and approach challenges with a calm and collected demeanor has allowed him to defeat powerful adversaries. His intelligence and emotional wisdom allow him to navigate the complexities of being a superhero, where power alone is not enough to make the right choices. Strange's balance of intellect and compassion is what sets him apart from other heroes. Fact 60. Doctor Strange's connection to the astral plane is one of the most fascinating aspects of his powers. By projecting his astral form, Strange can leave his physical body behind and travel to other dimensions, interact with beings of pure energy, and communicate with entities that exist outside the physical realm. This ability allows him to transcend the limitations of his mortal body and explore the deepest mysteries of the universe. The astral plane is also a realm of great danger, as malevolent beings often seek to harm Strange while he is in this vulnerable state. However, his mastery over the astral plane has made him a formidable force in the fight against dark magic. Fact 61. Doctor Strange's relationship with his magical artifacts is a reflection of his deep connection to the mystic forces that govern the universe. The Wand of Watum, for example, is a powerful tool that grants Strange the ability to unleash massive amounts of magical energy. While the wand is a potent weapon, Strange often uses it with great caution, knowing that its power could cause unintended consequences. The wand's energy can be harnessed to combat formidable foes, but it also serves as a reminder that the greater the power, the greater the responsibility to use it wisely. Fact 62. One of the more personal aspects of Doctor Strange's character is his ongoing battle with his past. Before becoming the Sorcerer Supreme, Strange was a wealthy, arrogant surgeon whose life was centered on his ego and ambition. His car accident, which left him with irreparable nerve damage in his hands, forced him to confront the limitations of his former self. This traumatic event marked a turning point in his life, leading him to seek out healing in the mystical realms. Strange's struggle to reconcile his past arrogance with his present humility is one of the most compelling aspects of his character. Fact 63. Doctor Strange's ability to manipulate time is one of his most dangerous and powerful skills. He is capable of bending time in various ways, including reversing it, stopping it completely, or glimpsing into alternate versions of reality. However, manipulating time comes with significant risks. Even the slightest disruption in the timeline can lead to catastrophic consequences, as seen in Strange's decision to give up the Time Stone to Thanos in Avengers: Infinity War. Strange's caution when using time-related magic is a testament to his understanding that some forces are too powerful to control recklessly. Fact 64. Strange's role as Sorcerer Supreme has made him a key figure in several Marvel storylines, particularly those involving cosmic and mystical threats. One of his most important responsibilities is protecting Earth from beings and entities that exist beyond the realms of the physical world. These threats often come in the form of malevolent deities, interdimensional invaders, or powerful sorcerers who seek to bend reality to their will. Strange's ability to protect Earth from such entities is rooted in his vast magical knowledge and his unwavering commitment to safeguarding the balance of the multiverse. Fact 65. Throughout his career, Doctor Strange has encountered some of the most powerful beings in the Marvel Universe, including the Celestials, ancient cosmic entities who shape the fate of entire galaxies. Strange's interactions with these beings are often tense, as their vast power places them beyond the reach of most mortals. However, Strange's knowledge of the mystical arts allows him to engage with the Celestials in a way that few others can. His encounters with these beings often force him to confront the delicate balance between the cosmic and magical realms, and his role in maintaining harmony between them. Fact 66. Doctor Strange's connection to the mystical arts extends beyond his personal training. Throughout his journey, Strange has had to face the darker side of magic, including the corrupting influence of black magic. One of his most significant battles was against the dark sorcerer Baron Mordo, who was once his friend and mentor. Mordo's descent into madness and his desire to dominate the mystical arts forced Strange to confront the destructive potential of unchecked power. The struggle between light and dark magic is a central theme in Strange's stories, as he must constantly balance the forces of good and evil in the mystical realm. Fact 67. Doctor Strange's magical abilities are vast, but they are not without their limits. One of the more notable aspects of Strange's powers is his ability to summon and control the elements. Through his training and experience, Strange can manipulate fire, water, air, and earth, using them to defend against enemies or to create powerful magical effects. However, even with this elemental power, Strange must rely on his wisdom and judgment, as excessive use of elemental magic can cause unintended consequences, especially when faced with powerful forces that are beyond his control. Fact 68. Doctor Strange's relationships with the mystical city of Camartage is fundamental to his identity as Sorcerer Supreme. Camartage, located in the mountains of Tibet, is home to the Ancient One and serves as a training ground for aspiring sorcerers. It was here that Strange first learned the ways of magic and began his journey toward becoming the Sorcerer Supreme. The city itself is steeped in ancient mysticism, with hidden chambers, powerful artifacts, and a deep connection to the mystic forces that govern the universe. Camartage remains a symbol of Strange's spiritual growth and the foundation of his magical abilities. Fact 69. Doctor Strange's enemies often come in the form of powerful sorcerers and cosmic entities, but one of his most enduring foes is the villain known as the Dread Dormammu. Dormammu, the ruler of the Dark Dimension, is one of the most dangerous and malevolent beings in the Marvel Universe. His vast cosmic power allows him to manipulate the fabric of reality, and his desire to conquer all dimensions puts him in direct conflict with Doctor Strange. Strange's battles with Dormammu are legendary, with their most famous confrontation taking place within the Dark Dimension, where Strange had to outwit the entity to save Earth. Fact 70. Despite his incredible magical prowess, Doctor Strange often relies on his intellect and strategic thinking to overcome challenges. His ability to assess situations quickly and devise complex plans is one of his greatest assets. Unlike many other heroes who rely solely on physical strength or brute force, Strange's strength lies in his mind. His intelligence allows him to anticipate his enemy's moves and plan accordingly, making him a formidable opponent, even against those who are more powerful than he is. Strange's ability to outthink his foes, combined with his mastery of magic, makes him one of the most formidable heroes in the Marvel Universe. Fact 71: Doctor Strange's mastery of magic is complemented by his ability to see into other dimensions, a skill that sets him apart from most other heroes. His ability to peer into the unseen and detect threats from other planes of existence allows him to anticipate dangers before they manifest in the physical world. This gift also allows him to communicate with beings and entities that exist outside of our reality. However, this power comes at a cost, as the more Strange taps into the higher dimensions, the more he risks losing touch with his own reality and becoming disconnected from the physical world. Fact 72: Doctor Strange's relationship with his longtime ally Wong has been one of the most enduring and dynamic in the Marvel Universe. Originally portrayed as a servant to Strange, Wong has grown into a powerful sorcerer in his own right. Together, they protect Earth from magical threats and help maintain the balance between the physical and mystical realms. Wong serves as a voice of reason, offering wisdom and guidance when Strange's decisions are clouded by emotion or the weight of responsibility. Their bond is one of mutual respect, and Wong's loyalty to Strange is unwavering, even in the most dire of circumstances. Fact 73: Doctor Strange's extensive library of mystical texts is one of his most valuable assets. The books and scrolls housed in his Sanctum Sanctorum contain ancient knowledge that is essential for Strange's understanding of the mystic arts. Many of these texts are guarded by powerful spells and wards, ensuring that no one can access their secrets without Strange's consent. Among these books is the powerful Book of the Vishanti, which holds spells of great power and can protect against even the most destructive of magical forces. Strange's library is a reflection of his never ending pursuit of knowledge and his commitment to protecting the world from dark magic. Fact 74: The Cloak of Levitation, one of Doctor Strange's most iconic artifacts, is much more than a tool for flight. The cloak is imbued with its own sentience, and over time, it has developed a deep bond with Strange. It not only helps Strange levitate, but also acts as a protector, often acting independently to shield him from harm. The cloak's intelligence allows it to anticipate danger and respond to Strange's needs without him having to give a direct command. This bond between Strange and his cloak symbolizes his deep connection to the mystical forces and his reliance on the magical world for both power and protection. Fact 75: Doctor Strange's enemies are not limited to human or earthly threats. He has faced countless cosmic beings and dark forces that threaten the multiverse. One of his most formidable foes is the villainous Mephisto, a demon lord who seeks to corrupt and enslave souls. Mephisto has tried to manipulate Strange on several occasions, attempting to strike deals that would benefit him at Strange's expense. Strange's resistance to Mephisto's temptations speaks to his growth as a hero, as he learns to reject easy power in favor of doing what is morally right. Mephisto remains one of Strange's most persistent and dangerous adversaries. Fact 76: Doctor Strange's magical powers are a blend of learned spells and innate abilities. While his training under the Ancient One taught him many of the fundamental spells that define his skill set, Strange's ability to create and manipulate magic comes from within. His deep understanding of the arcane arts allows him to create unique spells tailored to specific situations. This ability to adapt and innovate makes him one of the most versatile magic users in the Marvel Universe. Strange's constant evolution as a sorcerer ensures that he remains prepared for any mystical threat that arises. Fact 77. The astral projection ability that Doctor Strange possesses allows him to separate his spiritual form from his physical body. This skill is particularly useful when confronting mystical forces that would otherwise be too dangerous to engage with directly. By entering the astral plane, Strange can observe events unfolding in the real world without being affected by them. This form of projection allows him to travel great distances, communicate with otherworldly beings, and explore the fabric of reality. However, the astral plane is a realm filled with dangers of its own, and being in astral form makes Strange vulnerable to attacks from malevolent forces. Fact 78. Doctor Strange's magic is often depicted as a blend of Eastern and Western mystical practices. His training in Kamar-Taj, combined with his personal study of magical texts, has given him a unique understanding of both the spiritual and physical aspects of magic. Strange draws from various traditions, including Buddhism, Hinduism, and Western occultism, to enhance his powers. His ability to integrate these diverse magical practices allows him to wield a wide range of spells and incantations, making him one of the most formidable sorcerers in the Marvel Universe. His approach to magic is a testament to the power of cross-cultural wisdom and the pursuit of knowledge. Fact 79. The multiverse plays a key role in Doctor Strange's life, especially as the Sorcerer Supreme. Strange has been tasked with safeguarding not just the Earth, but the entire multiverse from threats that seek to collapse the boundaries between alternate realities. The idea of multiple universes, each with its own version of reality, is one that Doctor Strange is intimately familiar with. His journeys across the multiverse have taken him to countless dimensions, each filled with its own unique dangers and possibilities. Strange's ability to navigate the multiverse and protect it from powerful entities is a critical aspect of his role as Sorcerer Supreme. In Fact 80, in his early days as a sorcerer, Doctor Strange was often driven by ego and a desire for recognition. His arrogance, which had once defined him as a neurosurgeon, made it difficult for him to fully embrace the teachings of the Ancient One. Over time, however, Strange learned that true mastery of the mystical arts required humility and selflessness. His journey from an egotistical man to a wise and compassionate protector of Earth is one of the most important character developments in the Marvel Universe. Strange's growth reflects the idea that true power comes not from domination, but from understanding and balance. Fact 81. Doctor Strange has often found himself at odds with other magic users who have less noble intentions. One of his most notorious enemies is Baron Mordo, a former ally who eventually became one of Strange's greatest adversaries. Mordo's jealousy of Strange's abilities and his desire for power drove him to oppose Strange's role as Sorcerer Supreme. Their rivalry is rooted in a deep philosophical divide, as Mordo believes that magic should be used to control and dominate, whereas Strange seeks to protect and defend. This ongoing conflict has made Mordo one of the most complex and dangerous figures in Strange's life. Fact 82. Doctor Strange's magic is not limited to his use of spells. He has also developed a unique ability to communicate with the spirits of the dead. Through his connection to the spirit world, Strange can summon and converse with the souls of the deceased, seeking their knowledge and guidance. This ability is particularly useful when confronting mystical threats or when seeking answers to complex questions. However, interacting with the spirit world is not without its risks. Strange must maintain a strong will, as the spirits can sometimes manipulate him or lead him astray, making this ability both a blessing and a curse. Fact 83. One of Doctor Strange's most significant contributions to the Marvel Universe is his role in the formation of the mystical version of the Avengers, known as the Defenders. Unlike the traditional Avengers, which consist of heroes like Captain America and Iron Man, the Defenders were a group of mystical and magical beings, including Doctor Strange, the Hulk, Namor the Submariner, and the Silver Surfer. The group came together to protect Earth from mystical and cosmic threats that could not be handled by ordinary heroes. The Defenders' adventures highlighted the importance of combining magical powers with physical strength and strategy to overcome the most daunting challenges. Fact 84. Doctor Strange's encounter with the powerful and enigmatic being known as Eternity is one of the most memorable moments in his history. Eternity is a cosmic entity that represents the entirety of existence and is considered one of the most powerful beings in the Marvel Universe. Strange's interaction with Eternity occurred when he was tasked with saving the universe from a dire threat. The experience taught Strange valuable lessons about his place in the grand scheme of the multiverse and reinforced the idea that even the greatest heroes must be humble in the face of the infinite forces that govern reality. Fact 85. Doctor Strange's powers are often associated with a deeper understanding of the universe, and his role as Sorcerer Supreme requires him to have knowledge of everything from the smallest subatomic particle to the farthest reaches of the multiverse. His wisdom, coupled with his magical abilities, allows him to make decisions that affect not just Earth, but the entire multiverse. Strange is often depicted as a calm and rational figure who can see the bigger picture in situations that might overwhelm others. His ability to think beyond the immediate crisis and into the long-term consequences of his actions is a defining trait. Fact 86. Doctor Strange's relationships with other Marvel characters are often defined by mutual respect and understanding. One of his closest allies is Spider-Man, with whom he has had numerous adventures. Although they come from different backgrounds, Strange and Peter Parker share a deep bond due to their shared responsibility as protectors of Earth. Strange has often served as a mentor to Spider-Man, offering guidance on how to control and enhance his powers. Their friendship highlights the idea that even the most powerful heroes need support and guidance from others, regardless of their level of experience or abilities. Fact 87. In his quest to protect Earth, Doctor Strange has made numerous personal sacrifices, including his own happiness. His role as Sorcerer Supreme often requires him to put the needs of others before his own desires. This sense of duty has led to difficult personal choices, such as giving up relationships and personal freedom in order to fulfill his responsibilities. Strange's selflessness is a key aspect of his character, demonstrating that true heroism is not about glory or recognition, but about making the right choices, even when they come at a personal cost. Fact 88. Doctor Strange's powers extend far beyond traditional magic. His connection to cosmic entities and otherworldly forces has allowed him to access abilities that go beyond human comprehension. One such power is his ability to tap into the power of the Vishanti, a group of cosmic beings who represent purity and wisdom. Through his connection with the Vishanti, Strange is able to wield immense magical power, using their wisdom and energy to protect the multiverse from dark forces. This connection further solidifies Strange's role as one of the most important protectors of the universe, ensuring that no malevolent force can unravel the fabric of reality. Fact 89. The concept of fate and free will plays a significant role in Doctor Strange's adventures. Throughout his journey, Strange has often found himself facing situations that seem predestined or inevitable. However, he has also learned that while certain events may be fated to occur, the choices he makes still have power. This balance between destiny and free will is explored in many of Strange's stories, particularly when he is faced with difficult decisions that could have far reaching consequences. Strange's journey is one of constant self reflection as he learns to navigate the complexities of fate and the agency he holds in shaping his own future. Fact 90. Doctor Strange's experiences with alternate realities and timelines have allowed him to understand the true nature of the multiverse. Over the years, Strange has witnessed countless alternate versions of Earth, each shaped by different choices and circumstances. These alternate realities have shown him that while some things are fixed, others can be changed. His ability to navigate these alternate worlds has made him one of the most important figures in the Marvel Universe, as he is often called upon to prevent the collapse of the multiverse or to fix anomalies caused by interference with the timeline. Fact 91. One of Doctor Strange's most powerful abilities is his skill in creating protective shields and barriers which he uses to defend himself and others from powerful magical and physical threats. Strange's shields are not just simple magical constructs, they are intricately woven to protect against specific types of attacks, whether it's from physical force, magical energy, or even psychic intrusions. These shields are a testament to Strange's mastery of defensive magic, showing his ability to anticipate threats and respond with precision. They are an essential part of his arsenal, especially when facing enemies who can strike from a distance or across dimensions. Fact 92. Doctor Strange's connection to the mystical city of Camartage is more than just a place of training. It is a sanctuary for all things magical. As the Sorcerer Supreme, Strange has access to countless ancient relics, powerful tomes, and hidden chambers within the city. The Library of Camartage is one of the most extensive collections of magical knowledge in existence, housing secrets that few can even comprehend. Strange has spent much of his life studying these texts, learning spells and rituals that give him the power to confront some of the most dangerous magical beings in the universe. Fact 93. One of the most enduring relationships in Doctor Strange's life is with the mystical artifact known as the Eye of Agamotto. This ancient relic is one of the most powerful magical artifacts in the Marvel Universe, and it is often associated with Strange's role as Sorcerer Supreme. The Eye has the power to reveal hidden truths, banish evil entities, and manipulate time itself. It is an essential tool in Strange's quest to protect Earth, and it has been instrumental in several of his greatest victories. Despite its immense power, the Eye also serves as a reminder of the responsibility that comes with wielding such magic. Fact 94. Doctor Strange has often been faced with the challenge of balancing his responsibilities as Sorcerer Supreme with his personal life. Despite his immense power and magical abilities, Strange is not immune to the emotional toll that his role as Earth's protector can take. His love life, particularly his complex relationship with Clea, has often been a source of both strength and heartbreak. Strange's dedication to his mission frequently forces him to sacrifice personal happiness, yet he continues to push forward, knowing that his duty to the world outweighs his own desires. This internal struggle adds depth to his character, showing that even the most powerful heroes face personal dilemmas. Fact 95. Throughout his career, Doctor Strange has formed strong alliances with some of the most powerful heroes in the Marvel Universe, including the Avengers, the X-Men, and the Defenders. These alliances have often been formed in response to cosmic or mystical threats that threaten the multiverse. Strange's unique abilities and knowledge of magic make him an invaluable member of any team, as his understanding of the mystical world allows him to offer insight and guidance when others may not fully comprehend the nature of the threat. Strange's leadership and wisdom have often been key to the success of these teams in overcoming overwhelming odds. Fact 96. Doctor Strange's use of magic is not always about casting spells or performing grand displays of power. In many instances, his magic is subtle, weaving into the fabric of reality to solve complex problems or protect others in quiet, unnoticed ways. This quiet use of magic reflects Strange's understanding that true mastery of the mystic arts is not about showcasing power, but about using it wisely. Strange often employs his magic in a restrained manner, carefully considering the consequences of his actions before invoking powerful spells. This restraint is what makes him such a disciplined and effective sorcerer supreme. Fact 97. Doctor Strange's role as the protector of the Earth's mystical energies often puts him in conflict with beings from other realms and dimensions. Some of the most powerful beings Strange has encountered are the demon lords of the dark dimension, such as Dormammu and the demon lord Mephisto. These beings seek to dominate the multiverse, often manipulating mortal minds and using dark magic to achieve their goals. Strange's ability to stand up to these cosmic entities speaks to his strength of character and his unwavering commitment to protecting Earth from the destructive forces that lurk beyond the physical realm. Fact 98. Doctor Strange's connection to the mystical forces of the universe is not limited to Earth. Throughout his adventures, Strange has interacted with cosmic entities that are beyond the comprehension of most beings. These entities, such as the Celestials and the Living Tribunal, represent the forces of the universe that govern the balance of creation and destruction. Strange's interactions with these beings are often philosophical in nature, as he seeks to understand the larger purpose of his role as Sorcerer Supreme in relation to the greater cosmic order. These encounters challenge Strange to think beyond his immediate concerns and to view the universe from a broader perspective. Fact 99. Doctor Strange's ability to manipulate the elements is one of his most versatile magical skills. He can control the basic elements of fire, water, air, and earth, using them in battle to fight off magical and physical threats. Strange's mastery over these elements is not just about brute force. It is about understanding the inherent properties of the elements and using them to his advantage. For example, he can create protective shields made of water to defend against magical blasts, or summon blasts of wind to disrupt an enemy's concentration. This versatility makes Strange a formidable opponent against even the most powerful foes. Fact 100: Doctor Strange's constant exposure to magical and mystical energies has made him more attuned to the spiritual and psychological aspects of life. He is not just a warrior who battles with magic, he is also a philosopher who seeks to understand the nature of existence, the universe, and the self. Strange often reflects on the nature of reality, free will, and destiny, and these philosophical musings shape his actions as Sorcerer Supreme. His character is defined not just by his magical prowess, but by his deep, introspective nature, which drives him to constantly question his place in the grand scheme of the multiverse. Fact 101: Doctor Strange's connection to the dark dimension is a pivotal part of his journey as Sorcerer Supreme. While it is often a realm of darkness and chaos, Strange has formed an uneasy relationship with this dimension, especially due to his encounters with Dormammu, the ruler of the dark dimension. Dormammu's immense power and desire for conquest have often placed him in direct opposition to Strange. However, Strange's ability to navigate the dark dimension and outsmart Dormammu during their first confrontation showcased not only his magical prowess, but also his intellect and willpower. It was a victory that cemented Strange's role as Earth's protector against powerful mystical forces. Fact 102: One of the key aspects of Doctor Strange's character is his unwavering commitment to preserving the balance between the physical world and the magical realm. As Sorcerer Supreme, he is tasked with maintaining this delicate balance, ensuring that neither side overpowers the other. This responsibility often places him in conflict with powerful magical beings who seek to upset this balance for personal gain. Strange's knowledge of both the mystical and the mundane allows him to act as a mediator between these two worlds, making him one of the most important figures in the Marvel Universe when it comes to defending reality from mystical threats. Fact 103: Doctor Strange's use of the astral plane is one of his most powerful tools for both exploration and combat. By projecting his astral form, Strange can leave his physical body behind and enter this realm of pure consciousness. The astral plane allows him to communicate with ancient entities, travel vast distances in the blink of an eye, and interact with beings who exist beyond the material world. However, the astral plane is not without its dangers. While astral projecting, Strange is vulnerable to psychic attacks and can be trapped or manipulated by malicious forces if he is not careful. Fact 104: One of the most notable events in Doctor Strange's history is his involvement in the Infinity Gauntlet storyline. In this story, the villain Thanos acquires all 6 Infinity Gems, which grant him ultimate power over time, space, and reality. Despite Strange's vast magical abilities, even he is not immune to the overwhelming power of the Infinity Gauntlet. However, Strange plays a key role in the eventual defeat of Thanos, using his knowledge of the mystical arts and his wisdom to help the Avengers strategize a plan to outwit the Mad Titan. This event solidified Strange's place as one of Earth's most important defenders against cosmic threats. Fact 105: Doctor Strange's cloak, known as the Cloak of Levitation, is not merely a magical garment that enables him to fly. It is also imbued with a sentient intelligence, responding to Strange's needs in times of danger. The cloak has a unique bond with its wearer, acting autonomously to protect Strange when he is in danger or when he requires assistance in battle. This magical artifact has saved Strange's life countless times, even on occasions when he was too distracted or exhausted to summon its power. The Cloak of Levitation has become a symbol of Strange's connection to the mystical forces he commands. Fact 106. Doctor Strange has often struggled with the concept of power. As a powerful sorcerer, he has the ability to manipulate reality, control vast cosmic forces, and protect the Earth from unimaginable threats. However, Strange's greatest challenge is understanding the responsibility that comes with such immense power. Throughout his journey, he has faced the temptation to use his abilities for personal gain or to control the fate of others. However, Strange has learned that true mastery of magic comes not from control, but from understanding the limits of power and using it wisely, even when doing so requires great personal sacrifice. Fact 107. Doctor Strange's role as Sorcerer Supreme places him in direct opposition to many powerful mystical entities who seek to manipulate the world for their own purposes. One such entity is Shuma Gorath, an ancient cosmic being of immense power and malice. Shuma Gorath exists beyond the normal laws of time and space, and its primary goal is to conquer and corrupt the multiverse. Strange has fought Shuma Gorath on several occasions, often relying on his wit, magical knowledge, and the aid of his allies to counter the entity's overwhelming power. Strange's determination to protect the multiverse is what makes him a formidable defender against beings like Shuma Gorath. Fact 108. Doctor Strange's connection to the Vishanti, three powerful cosmic entities, is one of the most important aspects of his magical abilities. The Vishanti are embodiments of purity, wisdom, and goodness, and they serve as the primary source of Strange's magical powers. Through his connection to them, Strange is able to summon great power, access powerful spells, and maintain balance within the universe. The Vishanti's teachings and guidance help Strange navigate the complexities of the magical world, ensuring that he can maintain peace and order within the multiverse, even when faced with the most daunting threats. Fact 109. Doctor Strange's encounter with the cosmic entity known as the Living Tribunal is one of the most significant moments in his career. The Living Tribunal is a being of immense power that serves as the ultimate judge of the multiverse, ensuring that balance is maintained across all realities. Strange's interaction with the tribunal came when the balance of the multiverse was threatened by powerful cosmic forces. The tribunal recognized Strange's role as the protector of Earth's mystical forces and sought his help in preserving the cosmic order. This event highlighted Strange's importance not only as a protector of Earth, but also as a key player in maintaining the stability of the entire multiverse. Fact 110. Doctor Strange's magical abilities are enhanced by his extensive training and knowledge of various mystical disciplines. Throughout his journey, Strange has studied under numerous magical mentors, including the Ancient One, and has sought out knowledge from countless ancient texts and cosmic beings. His training encompasses a wide range of magical practices, from elemental manipulation to psychic warfare, and it has allowed him to become one of the most skilled sorcerers in the Marvel Universe. Strange's continual pursuit of magical knowledge and his ability to adapt to new challenges have made him an essential figure in the battle against mystical threats. Fact 111. Doctor Strange's ability to manipulate the mystical energies around him is unparalleled, and one of the most interesting aspects of his powers is his use of the mirror dimension. This alternate reality allows him to perform battle maneuvers and confront magical threats without causing harm to the real world. In the mirror dimension, the laws of physics are bent to Strange's will, enabling him to move objects, distort space, and even reshape the environment. While the mirror dimension is a powerful tool, it is also a dangerous one, as enemies can manipulate the environment within it just as easily as Strange. Fact 112. Doctor Strange's understanding of magic is so profound that he often consults the Book of Vishanti for guidance when he encounters a threat that is beyond his immediate comprehension. The Book of Vishanti contains powerful spells and knowledge that can protect the Earth from nearly any magical force. Over time, Doctor Strange has become one of the few beings who truly understands the full potential of the book, using it in moments of great need to protect the universe. The book's wisdom, combined with Strange's vast experience, makes him an indispensable figure in the defense against magical and cosmic threats. Fact 113. Doctor Strange's connection to the universe's spiritual and magical forces allows him to transcend the physical world in ways most heroes cannot. This is most evident in his astral projection ability, where he can separate his spirit from his body and travel freely through different planes of existence. This ability allows him to seek out answers to complex problems, communicate with mystical beings, and observe events without being physically present. However, this power comes with its risks, as Strange's astral form can be vulnerable to attacks from dark forces and other malevolent entities in the spiritual realm. Fact 114. Doctor Strange's role as Sorcerer Supreme often places him in situations where he must confront the most dangerous and powerful forces in the universe. One of his greatest adversaries is the demon lord Mephisto, whose ability to corrupt and manipulate souls makes him a constant threat to the fabric of reality. Mephisto is often portrayed as a tempter, offering strange, powerful deals in exchange for his soul or the souls of others. Strange's resistance to these dark bargains highlights his commitment to protecting Earth and his belief that power should never come at the cost of personal integrity. Fact 115. One of the most significant developments in Doctor Strange's career is his ability to navigate the complexities of the multiverse. As the Sorcerer Supreme, Strange has the ability to peer into alternate realities where different versions of Earth and its inhabitants exist. The multiverse is an ever expanding web of possibilities, and Strange's understanding of it allows him to step in and prevent threats from other dimensions that could destabilize the entire cosmic order. However, his ability to travel between these realms requires immense concentration and care, as even the smallest disruption in one reality can ripple through others and cause unforeseen consequences. Fact 116. Doctor Strange's wisdom and deep understanding of the mystical arts have made him one of the most respected figures in the Marvel Universe. However, despite his vast knowledge and experience, he is not immune to doubt and uncertainty. Throughout his journey, Strange has struggled with the weight of his responsibilities, questioning whether his actions are truly in the best interest of humanity and the universe. This inner conflict is what makes Strange such a relatable and compelling character. He is not just a hero because of his magical powers, but because of his willingness to constantly challenge his own beliefs and ideals. Fact 117. Doctor Strange's commitment to learning and expanding his magical abilities is reflected in his ever growing library of mystical texts. The Sanctum Sanctorum, his base of operations, contains an extensive collection of books and scrolls that document the most powerful and dangerous forms of magic. Strange often turns to these texts for answers when he encounters new and unfamiliar threats. This library, however, is not just a collection of knowledge, it is also a safeguard against dark forces, as Strange uses the information contained within these books to maintain a delicate balance between the magical and physical worlds. Fact 118: Doctor Strange's complex relationship with time has often placed him at the center of multiversal events. His ability to manipulate time using the Eye of Agamotto has allowed him to reverse or freeze time to alter events, but he is always careful with how and when he uses it. The consequences of meddling with time are unpredictable, and Strange understands that even small changes to the timeline can have catastrophic effects. His role in preventing the collapse of timelines and ensuring the stability of the multiverse is a constant challenge, and it speaks to his understanding of the true power and dangers of time manipulation. Fact 119: Doctor Strange has had numerous encounters with some of the most powerful cosmic entities in the Marvel Universe. One such entity is the Beyonder, a being whose vast powers make him one of the most dangerous forces in existence. The Beyonder's reality warping abilities can reshape entire universes with a single thought, and he has often crossed paths with Strange in his quest to understand the true nature of power. Strange's ability to confront the Beyonder and other such entities highlights his role not just as a protector of Earth, but as a key figure in maintaining the balance of the multiverse. Fact 120: Throughout his career, Doctor Strange has found himself not only battling mystical entities, but also confronting his own inner demons. His journey has been one of personal growth, as he has had to overcome his own arrogance and ego to become the hero he is today. Strange's past as a self centered surgeon constantly haunts him, and he often reflects on the choices that led him to the life he now leads. His struggles with his own identity and the pressures of being Sorcerer Supreme are central to his character, making him one of the most human and relatable characters in the Marvel Universe. Fact 121: Doctor Strange's experiences with magic have taught him that true mastery comes not just from power, but from understanding the responsibilities that come with it. As Sorcerer Supreme, Strange is tasked with maintaining the balance of magical forces, and this duty often requires him to make difficult decisions. One of the most significant moments in Strange's career was when he realized that the greatest threats were not always external. Sometimes they came from within. His internal struggles, including his constant fear of failure and the weight of his responsibilities, make him a deeply complex character, constantly evolving in his quest for wisdom. Fact 122: Throughout his adventures, Doctor Strange has frequently encountered otherworldly beings who exist outside of the physical universe. One such being is Eternity, an entity that embodies the entire universe and represents the sum of all existence. Strange's encounter with Eternity was a profound moment, as it allowed him to see the universe from a completely different perspective. Eternity's vast cosmic power is beyond comprehension, and Strange's ability to interact with this being speaks to his unique role in the Marvel Universe. His connection to entities like Eternity highlights his importance in maintaining the cosmic balance and protecting Earth from cosmic forces. Fact 123. Doctor Strange's magical abilities extend far beyond basic spellcasting. They also include the power to manipulate the fabric of space itself. Through his ability to warp and twist reality, Strange can create portals to other dimensions, instantly transporting himself and others to distant realms. This ability is essential in his role as protector of the Earth, as it allows him to respond to threats in far flung corners of the multiverse. Strange's mastery over space also allows him to create protective barriers, alter the structure of reality, and even freeze time in certain circumstances. His understanding of space is integral to his powers as Sorcerer Supreme. Fact 124. Doctor Strange's extensive experience with magical artifacts has made him one of the most knowledgeable beings in the Marvel Universe when it comes to enchanted objects. The Eye of Agamotto, for example, is a powerful tool that allows Strange to reveal hidden truths and manipulate time. But it is not the only artifact in his possession. Strange has access to numerous other relics, each imbued with unique magical properties. These artifacts, such as the Wand of Watum and the Book of the Vishanti, are vital tools in Strange's arsenal, and his ability to wield them effectively is a testament to his deep understanding of magic. Fact 125. Doctor Strange's involvement in the Secret Wars storyline highlighted his strategic mind and his willingness to confront even the most powerful cosmic forces. In this event, the villainous Doctor Doom gains control of the powers of the Beyonder and reshapes the entire multiverse. Strange, along with other Marvel heroes, must navigate a reality that has been warped by Doom's godlike powers. Throughout the event, Strange's ability to adapt and think on his feet is crucial, and his role in the battle underscores his importance as both a magical and tactical hero. His actions in Secret Wars proved that Strange's value lies not just in his power, but in his wisdom and leadership. Fact 126. Doctor Strange has often been depicted as the ultimate mediator between Earth and the mystical forces that threaten it. While other heroes are concerned with physical battles and the preservation of life, Strange's role is to protect Earth from threats that come from beyond reality itself. These threats often include demonic entities, interdimensional invaders, and cosmic beings who seek to unbalance the forces of the universe. Strange's role as Sorcerer Supreme means that he is the first line of defense against these mystical forces, and his understanding of the supernatural makes him an indispensable figure in the battle to protect reality. Fact 127. One of the most important lessons Doctor Strange learned during his training with the Ancient One was the concept of sacrifice. As a man who had once been driven by personal ambition, Strange had to come to terms with the idea that true mastery of magic required not only great power, but also great humility. This lesson was exemplified when Strange had to make the ultimate sacrifice by giving up his former life as a successful surgeon to fully embrace his role as Sorcerer Supreme. Strange's willingness to sacrifice his past for the greater good is a recurring theme in his stories, highlighting his personal growth and development as a hero. Fact 128. Doctor Strange's connection to the multiverse often brings him into contact with alternate versions of familiar characters. These encounters with alternate realities have proven to be both enlightening and challenging for Strange, as he is forced to confront different versions of himself and his friends. One of the most notable of these encounters occurred during the Doctor Strange Multiverse of Madness storyline, where Strange traveled through multiple universes to confront an alternate version of himself. These multiversal encounters allow Strange to explore different aspects of his character and consider the choices he has made, highlighting the complex nature of his identity as Sorcerer Supreme. Page 129. Doctor Strange's greatest strength lies not just in his magical abilities, but in his wisdom and understanding of the universe. Throughout his career, Strange has often been forced to confront forces that are beyond his control. These challenges have taught him valuable lessons about the importance of knowledge, patience, and humility. Strange's ability to remain calm and think strategically in the face of overwhelming odds is what sets him apart from other heroes. His role as Sorcerer Supreme requires not just raw power, but also the wisdom to make the right decisions, even when the stakes are at their highest. Fact 130. Doctor Strange's journey is often one of introspection, as he is constantly seeking to understand the deeper mysteries of the universe. One of his most important philosophical challenges is the concept of fate and free will. Strange often finds himself in situations where he must choose between following the path laid out for him or forging his own destiny. These moments of reflection are integral to his character, as they reveal his internal struggles and his desire to protect not just Earth, but the multiverse as a whole. Strange's exploration of fate and free will highlights his ongoing growth in his quest for self understanding. Fact 131. Doctor Strange's role as Sorcerer Supreme often forces him to confront not only external threats but also his own inner fears and doubts. As one of the most powerful beings in the Marvel Universe, Strange is often seen as a figure of great authority and wisdom. However, his journey has been marked by self reflection and the constant battle to overcome his own insecurities. Strange's humility, despite his immense power, is a key aspect of his character. His growth as a hero is not just about gaining power, but about learning to trust himself and make the difficult decisions that affect the greater good. Fact 132. One of Doctor Strange's most significant encounters in his career was with the villainous villain Dormammu in the Doctor Strange comic book series. Dormammu, a being from the Dark Dimension, is one of the most powerful and malevolent entities in the Marvel Universe. In their first encounter, Strange had to outwit Dormammu by using his intelligence and magical abilities rather than raw strength. This battle became a defining moment for Strange, demonstrating that magic is not just about power, but also about strategy, wisdom, and the ability to think several steps ahead to outsmart enemies much more powerful than oneself. Fact 133. Doctor Strange's mastery over magic has made him one of the most skilled and knowledgeable sorcerers in the Marvel Universe. However, despite his vast abilities, he often finds that there are limits to what magic can achieve. In many stories, Strange is faced with challenges that cannot be solved simply by casting a spell. These moments force him to rely on his intellect, courage, and compassion, showing that true heroism lies not just in having power, but in using it responsibly and understanding that sometimes the greatest challenges require more than just magical solutions. Fact 134. Doctor Strange's understanding of time is perhaps one of the most fascinating aspects of his abilities. He is capable of manipulating time in several ways, including freezing, reversing, or accelerating it, all with the help of his powerful magical artifacts. However, Strange is constantly aware of the dangers that come with tampering with time, as even the slightest alteration can have catastrophic consequences. This awareness of time's delicate nature adds depth to his character, as he must carefully consider the impact of his actions and avoid falling into the trap of using time manipulation for selfish purposes. Fact 135. Doctor Strange has been a key player in numerous crossover events in the Marvel Universe, where has had to work alongside other superheroes to defeat cosmic threats. These events often highlight his leadership abilities, as he is able to guide his allies through difficult battles and help them confront enemies that are far beyond their usual scope of threats. His role in events like Infinity War and Secret Wars has shown that while his powers may be mystical in nature, his sense of duty, responsibility, and camaraderie with other heroes is what truly makes him an invaluable asset to the team. Fact 136. Doctor Strange's relationship with Clea, his love interest and fellow sorceress, has been one of the most enduring aspects of his life. Clea, who hails from the dark dimension, shares a deep connection with Strange, both as a lover and as an ally in the fight against mystical threats. Their relationship has been tested by external forces, including Clea's ties to Dormammu, but their bond remains strong. Despite their love for each other, Strange's duty to protect the world and the multiverse often places their relationship in conflict with his responsibilities as Sorcerer Supreme, adding complexity to their connection. Fact 137. Doctor Strange's journey as a sorcerer has been marked by several powerful and dangerous enemies, but few are as persistent and dangerous as the demon lord Mephisto. Mephisto, often seen as a master of temptation, has frequently attempted to corrupt Doctor Strange and lure him into deals that would benefit the demon at Strange's expense. Despite Mephisto's cunning and manipulation, Strange has always resisted the demon's influence, showing that his commitment to doing what is right far outweighs any temptation for personal gain. His ongoing struggle with Mephisto is a key part of his character, reflecting his resistance to the forces of evil. Exit 138. Doctor Strange's ability to manipulate energy allows him to perform feats that are beyond the capabilities of most other heroes. Strange can draw on the raw energies of the universe, channeling them into powerful spells that can alter the fabric of reality itself. His mastery of energy manipulation also allows him to heal injuries, protect his allies, and even alter the environment around him. This versatile power is what makes him a formidable opponent in battle, as he can adapt his magic to suit nearly any situation. However, Strange must always be cautious, as too much energy manipulation can strain his body and mind. Fact 139. One of the most defining aspects of Doctor Strange's character is his commitment to the greater good, even when it comes at great personal cost. Throughout his journey, Strange has made many sacrifices, including his former life as a surgeon and his desire for personal happiness. His willingness to sacrifice his own well-being for the protection of others shows his true strength as a hero. Whether it's giving up his personal desires or risking his life to save the multiverse, Strange's dedication to the greater good is a core part of what makes him the Sorcerer Supreme. Fact 140. Doctor Strange's legacy as the Sorcerer Supreme extends far beyond his personal victories and magical feats. His role as Earth's protector against mystical and cosmic threats has shaped the Marvel Universe in profound ways. Strange's leadership, wisdom, and magical abilities have saved the world countless times, and his commitment to maintaining balance in the multiverse ensures that the forces of evil are kept in check. While he has faced great personal and magical challenges, Doctor Strange remains one of the most important and revered characters in the Marvel Universe, whose legacy will continue to inspire future generations of heroes. Thank you for drifting through the fascinating journey of Doctor Strange's world tonight. May your dreams be filled with wonder, magic, and a deep sense of peace, knowing that the multiverse is balanced and all is as it should be. As you rest, let the calmness of the universe wrap around you, guiding you into a tranquil sleep. Good night.